Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got a topic we're going to talk about real quick video. Now, the topic is bail bonds. Should cash bail bonds be eliminated? Yay or nay? I say yes. A lot of people will say no. We have different opinions. That's the whole point of this. Let me tell you guys. My mom said no. Now, I'm going to read a small article. It's actually a long one. We're not reading everything on it. I kind of skimmed through it, so I see what they're talking about. They're talking about how people and their reasoning for it, like controversy. Like, so a lot of people think it's controversial because some people believe that bail bonds don't allow people in the poorer communities get out of prison. I'm like, okay, don't go to jail. My whole thing looking at it is that I think that it keeps people off the streets who do crimes. I personally believe, I'm looking at it like people who commit like heinous crimes or are suspected of heinous crimes like murder should not be able to have a bail. They should not be able to bail themselves out until trial. Because, I did a case, I'm going to put the picture up here of the case I did, the girl who recorded her boyfriend on Snapchat. Before he got, right when he got out, he went to go kill her. Like, there are so many cases like that. They don't care. Those are, stalker situations when they really don't care about, like, life and they really just want to go, like, harm that person and get them off the earth. They'll pay the bond and go and kill, or they'll pay the bond and go pay somebody to kill somebody. I just don't think, I feel like a lot of stuff would be safer like this, because y'all know how much crime people commit and they can easily just like pay $1,000 and then get out, then hopefully go to trial. It's just, I don't like this. I've never been a fan of death. I'm not a fan of none of this stuff, and we're going to be talking about all this on other videos. But bail bonds, I feel like that should only, I feel like it should only be for like small petty crimes, like you run a light, that small stuff you get, like car stuff. I'm really talking about that. It should not, people who are accused of murder, who are accused of like abuse, like rape, stuff with children, all those type of crimes, they should not be able to bail themselves out. Because people, they be posting like, I don't know how people post $500,000 bails, but I think you only have to post like a small percentage of it. But I don't think, if you have a high bail, it's there for a reason. It's there to keep them in there until their trial. But if they post it, they can still get out. I think they should just take that all off. There are cases when it's so bad that they don't get a chance to bail themselves out. But that's like not all the time. Most of the time, no matter what crime it is, you can still get bailed out, no matter depending on what you do. But I feel like if you have history of violence, they should look at the history. If you are in there for abuse and stuff, if you have multiple abuse charges, if you're supposed to be going to trial later, I don't think they should be able to get a bond. They should not be able to bail themselves out, because they should be looking at it like, what are you going to go do to this person now? And that's also another case I looked up that I did about an abuse, domestic violence. It's just, once again, why are they letting, it's like they in the justice system, once again, is the part of the problem. They arrest people and they give them bonds so they can stay in, and then they bail themselves out, and then they're back on the street committing crimes. Y'all, I wonder when did it get so bad? Y'all know, when I was anthropology, I have a bachelor's in anthropology, I love to say it. We learned about when the first possible crime started, back when early hominin era, and we saw evidence from these different cases from 70,000 years ago, the bones they found on these people, and they found carving, the knife, not the knife, but the points that they used to hunt, found those on the bones, and that it wasn't an animal and that somebody did that. Just thinking that this stuff has happened for years, decades, for centuries, and I wonder why why are we getting this bad? Why is it such an increase? Yeah, it's keeping jobs intact, but it's taking people out. But yeah, people are coming in, but it's just, I'm not getting it. But with all that, me talking about that nonsense, I just don't believe that. Long story short, I just don't believe you had committed a crime or committed a heinous crime or have history of a crime. I don't believe you should be able to get a bond. That's just what it is, unless it's small stuff. They're so quick to, I feel like people, once again, people would I don't know why they care so much about drugs. I really don't understand. They care the most about drugs. Like, them the biggest crimes for them. Like, they get people with drugs. I'm gonna do one on that too, because people with drugs get more time than people with murder most of the times. But I just don't understand that. I'm like, but y'all give these people bonds who have drugs, and they're back on the street selling drugs. So if you really think about it, it's a non-stop circle that's never gonna end. And I did say I was gonna share a screen, so let me gonna show y'all, because I really have been just talking. I was really about to like end this video, y'all. This was in 2023. This is cash bail bonds. Bail policies are under fresh scrutiny. So let's see. States can figure out what to do about cash bail, the system in which an arrest suspect pays cash to avoid sitting in jail until their court date and gets the money back when they appear. Really? That's what that is deeply entrenched in the nation's history as a way to ensure defendants return to face justice. But cash bail is undergoing a reckoning as policymakers debate its disproportionate effects on undeserved communities and people with low income who sometimes can't afford bail, as well as just how much the system truly keeps the public safe. Now, with that, I'm not with that. I'm like, okay, depending on what they did, if it was like, you know, when people, you got a lot of the reason I'm saying this because cops, when you be having cops arrest like black people, I don't believe in this only if they did not do it, if they were found like not guilty, but it takes time for that, so I get that. But those who do commit crimes, you should have never committed it, okay? You should be able to, I think, realistically, I'm basically saying anybody who committed a crime should be able to just stay in there till their trial, which is true. But petty crimes, not much, but anything over that, they should definitely be sitting in jail. It's like, come on now, protect the people. It's like, protect their community. So it says, but cash, this year, some states such as Illinois and jurisdictions such as Los Angeles County in California, and don't know how to say that, county in Ohio, scaled back their bail system, even eliminating cash bail entirely for low-level offenses. There we go. Policymakers in other places, meanwhile, are moving in the opposite directions. Republican lawmakers in at least 14 states, including Georgia, Indiana, Missouri, and Wisconsin, introduced about 20 bills this year aimed at increasing the number of non-bailable offenses and either encouraging or requiring judges to consider defendants' criminal records when setting bail, according to the AP. And that's what they should do. They should look at the criminal record. Okay, if you have a long freaking criminal record, I think they should do like, you shouldn't even be able to get a bail again. Okay, I don't care how many times you could bail yourself out. If there's like a long freaking history, yeah, it's probably time for you to go to jail and like work that off. But they definitely need to look into like the past, and like, you'll find, like, you'll be surprised. You know how many people commit crimes and they don't know anything until later, and they find out they had a past. These people are able to post bail, get out, go to trial, nothing happens, and they pay a fine, and it only gets worse. So, and in New York State, where changes to curtail the use of bail took effect in 2020, lawmakers have made several rounds of rollbacks aimed at concerns about rising crime rates. Some bail policy advocates argue that these changes may contribute to racial and socioeconomic discrimination by relying on one's ability to post bail and undermine the idea that the accused of crimes are presumed innocent until proven guilty. There's no single answer to effective bail reform. Actually, there is. And I'm that person where I'm like, it's not a race thing. I feel like it's always black and white, and I always said it because it's mainly black and white that talk like this. There's not a race thing. Just because it's I feel like they say they focus on low income people, but these are people who commit offenses too. So you got to think about it like this: stop committing crimes, and you don't have to post a bail. That's simple. If we all stop committing crimes, nobody would have to post a bail. Nobody would go to jail. Okay, unless they doing stuff illegal, like the police and stuff. But I don't see it as a race thing. I don't like. It's a simple fix. Just people with who have murder charges or who murdered somebody and served time. I don't care if you serve time for it or not. If you murdered somebody in the past and you're doing something now, you should not be able to get a bond. If you're speed, I feel like if you're speeding from the police, you know, a car chase, I don't think, I don't, that's not that serious. You can bail yourself out. But crimes like rape, assault, sexual assault, molestation, murder, stuff with kids, stuff with old people, stuff like that, killing old people, all those cases, because you'll be surprised by how many people can bail themselves out with like $300,000, y'all. They should not be able to get a bail. And I know they don't pay the whole thing, but a lot of people don't. There are cases where they don't even go to trial. Like, it's stuff like that. They just should not be able to bail themselves out, because a lot of stuff can happen. Domestic violence. This is really important, y'all, to me. Domestic violence offenders should not be able to get a bail, because they really should look at the anger behind all of this. I just saw a case on this one. I said earlier, those people, they got something to prove, and they really want like vengeance on their partners, and right when they get out of bail, most of the time they're going right back to do the same thing. And that's why restraining orders don't work. It's like they can't keep them in prison. They normally don't even get a trial for this until something happens. So I think the justice system need to do more with that. I don't think it's the hard fix. They act like everything is hard. I'm like, no. You see, 2 states already did it. It's like, just make it make sense. Just do it a little better and fix the system. That's it. Heavier crimes, no bail. Lower crimes, they can get a bail. That's simple. That's it. I'm actually surprised that somebody who, and I guess it's like, since they're accused and they're not fully proven that they're like somebody murdered somebody or committed the crime, that's why. But I believe keeping that person in prison or in jail, because they're in jail, oh, dang. And the bad thing about this, y'all, is that it's like how long it take them to figure it out. Because, you know, these police, it do take a while sometimes, too long. But it's like, to pull resources to figure out if somebody actually killed somebody, it do take a while. But if you come up as a suspect and the main suspect, there's a reason, okay? And until proven guilty, you should be in jail. Or at least, like, put away, okay? I'm sorry. That's just what I think. And maybe we can control it, but I feel like crime is just gonna happen in general. But yeah, that's a long story short, y'all. High crimes, no bail. Low crimes, bail. That's what this is, okay? So what do you guys think about this topic? Do y'all believe that people should get a cash bail bond? Do y'all think they should be eliminated in all? Do you think everybody deserves one? What do you think? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications for more videos. Go check out my last video, which I did do a deep dive into a 30-year-old mystery that hit close to home, and I did some new cases. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.